Okay. I'm gonna lower the StarCrossed audio for a second. We should be live and audio should be working. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
We are on the stream.
Yes.
It's happening.
Oh, cool.
I think I'm very loud, so I'm going to turn down my volume. If folks in chat could let me know if things are sounding okay. We're jumping through so many hoops to try to get like multiple people on this stream. I'm realizing this is formatted slightly incorrectly, and I'm going to fix it because it's bothering me. Yeah, but we are live, folks. You're on the screen. I'm reformatting this really quick. Can y'all hear me okay?
On the internet.
We're on the internet.
Yep.
Woo!
Awesome.
I can hear the stream good through Twitch too.
Oh, perfect. Love it. Okay, great. I'm just reformatting things because I want things to look nice. Okay. Hi, everybody in chat.
A little
Is the stream a little quiet?
Can we put a picture of Hero in that black square?
Yeah, I could. Black Square is my favorite dev. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Man, it's been probably like 6 months since I last streamed anything. So setting this back up was a wild ride. It was a big adventure. And on top of that, we also have a bunch of guests joining us. And everyone is on screen, and that was very difficult to arrange, but we managed. So you should be able to hear all of them. You should be able to hear me. And we're gonna have a really good time playing StarCrossed, and I'm really excited. Yeah, if you haven't already, please go to Twitter and smash that retweet button on the like we went live tweet that I made. That would be great.
Yes.
Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, so this is a celebration stream slash Q&A stream. We're going to be answering questions about StarCrossed. We're going to be answering questions about just like game dev in general. And we're also going to play our game, which came out yesterday. So if folks do want to pick it up, it's over on Steam. And I conveniently put a little button below the stream, which you can click on, and it will take you straight to the Steam page where you can put in your nice credit card info and give us dollars.
Give it to us.
We also have the soundtrack for sale, which is great, and you can also grab that through Steam.
And there's also a bundle where you get both of them at the same time.
And it's also a bundle, and it's also on sale for our to celebrate our week, our like first week that we're launching. So super excited about that as well. So I think all the audio is looking okie dokie. So that's great. That's awesome. And thank you everyone for tuning in. We're super, super excited. I guess like maybe I will kick us off with some questions. What's Ori laughing at? Did I?
I'm laughing at chat. Sorry.
I love it. So maybe like I'll start off with some questions. And oh, Renzo, hello. We have another dev in the chat. It's super good to hear from you. How are you? Yeah, so maybe like I'll start out with just some general questions, and we can sort of chat a little bit, and then we'll jump into gameplay, and then we can continue chatting. Oh, hey Spambot, how are you? It's been so long. It's been such a long time. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I guess like, does somebody want to kick us off and tell us a little bit about the game in general? A little quick summary.
Broad question.
A broad question.
I don't mind starting it.
Go for it.
Go, Mike, go.
Yeah. StarCrossed, it's a cooperative arcade game about magical girls in space. There you go.
That was a great summary. That's our elevator pitch. The stream is over. We're done. Yeah, and I guess like let's talk a little bit about I guess like the history of the game and kind of how it came together. The fun fact of this game is that it started out as a game jam project that was only 3 hours. So we did a 3-hour game jam, which I absolutely do not recommend. We barely had we barely had a game. We basically prototype this one single mechanic of this like bouncing a projectile back and forth between two players. And it turned out that folks really enjoyed it, and they thought it was a really appealing mechanic. So we ended up building the entire game around this one mechanic, which sort of inspired then the like magical girl aesthetic, because it was all built around this idea of like cooperation and working together in this like collaborative way. And then we worked on it for 4 years. So yeah.
Jay's here.
Oh my gosh, Jay!
Hey, hi, Jay.
Hi.
Hey, Jay.
Like a smidge louder? Who should be louder? Me? Everybody?
Like the whole
The
stream.
whole thing, maybe?
The whole everything? The whole
Jessica?
everything. Okay. You a smidge louder. Sorry, I turned myself down because I thought I was yelling. I was like, I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm just like, blah. And loud and all. Yes, I have this power. But yeah, I guess like maybe like we can also go around and do introductions really quick and kind of summarize what we worked on. Jay's an old man who couldn't figure out Twitch chat. Man, me neither. Yeah, so we'll go around. We also have some folks who are not on video but are on the call. We also have like more devs in chat. So if you do want to just like hop in chat and introduce yourself, feel free to do that as well. Oh my gosh, hi! Hello, everybody! Yeah, so I'll kick us off. So I'm Francesca. I'm the producer and 3D artist and narrative designer and social media person and all the like I guess like production and like public facing umbrella of tasks. So I handle that. Hi Becca, how are you? Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's what I do. I do all the things.
All your hats are currently off screen.
All my hats are currently off screen. I like pushed them over there so you didn't see them. But yeah, one of my favorite things about game development is like hopping around and being very multidisciplinary. So that's definitely something I took advantage of with this project. So, hey, Waking Oni, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let's hop over to Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm one of the programmers on the project and then also like gameplay designer. So I ended up handling a lot of the programming that was related to like game progression. So like how the game ramps up in difficulty, how the story mode actually flows, and like why this enemy comes before this enemy in the plot. So I kind of handled a lot of the overall like content programming of the game. Kind of sums up my role.
Oh, I broke things. Hold on.
Uh-oh. All of our faces are gone on Twitch.
Just messed up. What did she do?
I'm sorry. I was trying to Oh Lord, I broke everything, didn't I?
Where'd all of our faces go? I mean, someone else can start their introduction while our faces come back.
Oh, I'm so behind on the stream.
Oh,
Wow.
you're fine. I'm so sorry. I was trying to make your faces bigger. But then I hit everything.
What's this del key do?
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, there's one.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, Mike, you're the guy that when we were playtesting, if it was kicking our butt too much, we'd be like, Mike, help.
Yeah, I would be like,
And then I would say, no.
And Mike would be like, I've disabled all cheats. I'd be like, oh no.
Sorry, this is the real build that has no cheats, and everyone cried.
But it all worked out.
Okay, yeah, let's go to Ori next.
Okay.
I did it. I'm
Ori.
making everyone's faces bigger.
Don't make us too big.
I'm a
Too
black
big,
box.
okay.
Oh, Waking Oni's here. Hey, Waking Oni.
Hello. Oh Lord. Okay, doing my best.
Oh god, it's moving. Good? Okay. Hi, I'm
Sorry.
I designed the characters and I do the 2D art on StarCrossed. So all the character art in the game and like the main menu and stuff. That's me.
Yay. Yeah. Benny, do you want to go next? Oh, you're very quiet.
Benny's so quiet.
Please scream into your microphone.
I'm quiet.
Wow, it's like 20 decibels down.
Yeah, it might be your microphone.
Wrong input source online?
Yeah, so many
And he's
friends in
trapped
the
space,
chat.
still making StarCrossed.
Hi. Yeah. Spambot is asking, is the mic in a different room? Did you check
Down
that?
the hall.
Did you eat the mic?
It's not better.
No.
Really quiet still.
Benny, do you want
You can get close to it.
Do you want to whisper me your intro and I'll say it?
Can we do some ASMR? Can you get closer?
ASMR and yelling.
You're so quiet. I can't really hear you.
I hear
That's
Benny
a little
screaming
better.
into
Oh,
a
no, it was
microphone.
loud.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe what I'll do, I'm gonna turn off the StarCrossed music. We're all gonna be really quiet, and Benny's gonna just talk really loud. Okay, go. Benny, go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Benny. I did a lot of the underlying system programming. So a lot of the things that are happening off screen, but make the game actually go. That's stuff that I worked on. I also did a lot of the graphics programming and things like that. Specifically things like shaders and stuff like that, and some of the more specific gameplay bosses, for instance.
Can you
Okay.
hear that?
Yes, we're now gonna resume to normal
I heard it.
volume.
Excellent.
Yeah, everybody brace your ears.
Yeah, brace your ears. Okay, great. Okay.
You can also just repeat some of it in case some of it wasn't super clear.
Yes, I can also do that. Yeah, so Benny is our amazing programmer on the team. Any of the fancy shaders, fancy game stuff that is happening in the background, all the magic behind StarCrossed, Benny worked on that. So I'm gonna catch up on chat as well because I was trying to be quiet. Finally, the StarCrossed ASMR that the gamers always wanted. Do y'all want that? Because we could do it.
I'd have to edit that.
Yeah, actually, Kyle would have to do that. Is ASR game dev noises just coffee slurping and the sound of sobbing? Absolutely, yes. That is
I mean,
correct.
based by our meetings, it's usually just the sounds of mechanical keyboards going off in a camera.
That's
From
true.
different people.
That's true. Everyone got very specific instructions not to type during this because usually our meetings are like. Bada, bada, bada. Okay,
Oh,
let's.
Can we re-add Dylan?
Yeah, we can try adding Dylan one more time. Is he ready? Boop.
Yeah.
Becca the Rose, thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much. Oh, I do have alerts on, and I might have. Yeah, I
saw
hacked
there's
it.
a
I.
cute
little
Oh
under the-
God.
You
I'm.
can only see the pause. which
I'm
is fantastic.
sorry. I moved.
Look at those beans.
I can redo it. I'm sorry. I moved
So what's the
everything.
dog?
There it is. There it
Ben's on
is.
table.
Yeah, all of my alerts right now are dog themed, I think.
So cute.
Okay, I hit this button too many times. I might have just made the alerts go multiple times. Yay, pups! Yeah, yeah. If you want to donate or subscribe, those are also dog things. Okay, I think I hit that button 10,000 times, so we might see that a couple times.
It's fine, it's dogs.
God, it's
I
been
can't
so
believe
long
how
since
many
I've done
times
this.
Scoot Faults has followed us.
Yeah, man,
Thank you
MVP,
so much.
MVP. Wait, did you actually subscribe?
Wow.
Oh my god, thank you so much. You now have you have an olive emote now.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous.
Ambient Oatmeals, thank you so much for the
Wait,
follow.
how do I...
Oh, thank you. Let's go over to. Oh god, it's very loud. There it is. There's the emote.
Oh.
Thank you. Let's go over to Kyle.
Hello, I'm the black box. And
So mysterious.
yeah, I refuse to show my face. And I don't have a camera. I did sound
You need
design
one
as...
of those voice mods.
Sorry?
Never mind, go ahead.
Actually, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear you better now, actually.
Yeah, got better.
Yeah.
I finagled with a bunch of things.
Yeah, so I helped with sound design, as did Renzo, and I did the voice direction, which was an amazing time with an amazing cast. And I've been on board, not for 4 years, but since August, but it's been totally insane in a good way. And yeah.
Yeah, no, we're super happy you were able to come on and help us get to the finish line. So, thank you.
Yeah.
And I think Dylan is still trying to join our call. So if Dylan jumps in, we'll introduce him as well. Yeah, you now have an olive emote. We have our olive emotes.
Oh my god.
Awoo! Awoo! This became a joke because when I started streaming regularly when we first adopted Olive, and every time I would talk, she would think I was talking to her, so she would come stand next to me and yell at me while I was streaming. It was very, very cute. Oh my god,
Grandpa!
Becca has a
Grandpa's in the
grandpa! I'm gonna subscribe to you so I can get that grandpa emote. That's lovely. Yeah, really quick. So, like, just going through the people who are not on the call. So, Dylan is trying to join as well, but Dylan is one of our other artists. So, Dylan handled pretty much all of the UI. He does like our graphic art, the logo design, and he also did a majority of the 3D art in the game. So, like, all of the enemies were Dylan. And actually, like, the enemy designs as well, I think were all Dylan. Yeah. Yeah, which I absolutely love them. Oh my god, we have another subscription. Now, god, y'all, I'm gonna have to start streaming regularly again.
all of the 30-something Kickstarter backgrounds was also made by Dylan.
Yes. All of our
All the backgrounds
gorgeous,
in the game.
yeah, the gorgeous background art is all by Dylan as well.
Wait, question.
Oh.
Our friend Proto Moon asked who is responsible for Chompy.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. That is Dylan.
I'm not gonna blame Dylan for it.
The design or the
Not to throw Dylan under the bus, but
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with it's a group effort.
Yeah. Oh, and then Renzo also says he loves the dialogue sounds from all the characters when they
the
speak.
chirping that
Yeah.
made me cry. I'm glad.
I do too. I really liked it.
Thank you, Mike, for the
Kyle.
custom build of the game to help me make that.
Oh my gosh! Wait, ambient oatmeal.
Yeah.
I know you. I was just like, hello, friend from the internet. But actually, ambient oatmeal is my wonderful friend who interviewed me for Tone Madison.
Oh,
Yeah, so that
that
interview's
was a great
online.
article.
That was a great article. Thank you so much. Yeah, really enjoyed it. So thank you for interviewing me.
Yeah, that's a fun little like dev thing that Kyle mentioned, like to make those little chirping sounds in the dialogue. So all the characters have different tones into their chirp to kind of match their personality. And in order
Yeah.
for Kyle to work on that, we made like a custom build of the game where he was able to individually swap music out live while playing the game and like adjust the spacing of them to get it just right.
Yeah, the chirps are 0.1 seconds long,
Yeah.
and they have to be very specific sounds.
Yeah.
You were
Actually,
saying that
Okay.
like when we have like a slower frame rate, they slow down, right?
That's fixed. But yeah, there was an issue where depending on the speed of your computer, they sounded completely different.
Yeah. Oh, Spyro, thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in as well. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. You guys are so happy. Yeah, we're thrilled. We've been working on this game for 4 years. Oh gosh, there's a notification. I can't read it because it's so small. Cowabunga, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I've got like 17 screens open at once. I'm like galaxy brain right now. But yeah, we've been working on this game for about 4 years now under the name Contigo Games. Yeah, and it's like we talk about this very openly, and it's very common for indie devs to work this way, but we're all part-time on this project. So we all work in like games or technology, or we're students. So we have a lot of other things going on. So we've been working on this game kind of as like a side thing, but also like dedicating as much time and energy as we possibly can to it, which is why we're absolutely like thrilled and also relieved that it's finally out.
Also exhausted.
Yeah, also a little exhausted. This week has been very busy and hectic, but also really wonderful to see how many people are like enjoying our work. So that's been really great. Oh, you can. What are points? That's a new thing. As I said, I haven't streamed in forever. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the reception. Like we were braced for like you don't want to see your baby sent out into the world and get like critiqued even minorly. So we're like bracing for that, and everything's just been positive. Everything. And
Yeah.
I'm sure like that won't be forever, but it warms the heart.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been really nice. Yeah, all of the support has been positive so far, which has been great.
Twitter yesterday
Um,
was amazing with all the people
yeah.
tweeting to us, appreciating
It was
like all the
great.
fan art that was popping up.
I know.
And
Oh
also,
my gosh.
if anyone has any fan art that you posted to Twitter, feel free to throw it on our Steam community content area.
Yeah.
It's becoming like a collection for fan art, and that would be like an amazing place to just have it all in one area.
Yeah, definitely. Really quick, we have a question from Becca. So what different directions did StarCrossed take? How did y'all decide on the final version of it compared to other ideas that came up during production?
Mm.
I feel like there were a lot of different directions. So like the initial direction I know was so we had the 3-hour game jam, and I remember the theme of that jam was just co-op, and I remember we started with just, okay, well, what if we made a bullet hell but you share a bullet, and we didn't really know what that meant. But we kind of grew off of that concept of like, okay, well, what if it's like a bullet that bounces between you, and the initial game kind of just had like a unity sphere that would bounce between the two players. But it was always kind of magical girl themed. Like that thing, even from like the initial build, was very much there. But I feel like there's definitely been a lot of points where it's just like kind of evolved, and in some ways it's almost like a natural evolution. Like the version that we showed at our first PAX was like different characters and a completely different build and different enemies. And so it's almost like we did kind of this early access game, but it wasn't actually early access in any way. We just kept bringing it places and like seeing how people enjoyed it, and kind of kept like steering the ship towards what we thought was like the true version that we wanted.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it's like I think like we knew what we wanted to do from the beginning, and it was just like iterating until we figured out how to get there. Because I think like you were saying from the beginning, we definitely wanted to do this magical girl thing, but I think actually we had a hard time nailing down the aesthetic, because we were trying a bunch of different things, and we were like, how do you bring feminine magical girl into like UI elements, right? So I feel like we did a ton of iterating on that as well, of like not only how do we make like characters that fit this theme or like things like that, but like the entire game and the menus and the UI and the gameplay. It's like, how do we make all of that like a coherent experience? So yeah, it was a lot of iterating.
The gameplay itself didn't change a lot. That was pretty solid since the game jam. We did try to add some things to it here and there. We're like, oh, what if we like add more things this way or that way? But everything sort of like took away from the snappiness and like the good feel of the star bouncing. So we did experiment with other things to kind of add a bit more, like, I don't know the proper word for it, like just more things you could do with the star, but all of it kind of took away from the fast co-op nature of it. We wanted to keep the game like snappy. And then I think I would say like our story content kind of shifted. It kind of grew and changed over time, depending on what we were doing, which is kind of like a lesson in game scoping all on its own.
Yeah, I think that's another thing is going into this. I think none of us had worked on like a long-term independent project before. That was more than like maybe a year. So I feel like when we set out, we really did not have like proper scope or plans, or like we were just like we were just like we're gonna work on it and we'll make a game.
Well, I remember like during one of our like initial planning like meetings, we were like, yeah, we're gonna do this project for like 6 months and then be able to move on to the next thing. We'll just a bunch of small games. And then 4 years passed.
Yeah, I definitely think the thing that I say to to people who ask about like why this project or whatever is that I think like we were expecting this to be a small project that we worked on very casually and that just kind of like slid out onto the internet, very like, here's a game, if you want to play it, that's great. I think everything kind of went right for us in a way. Like we kept having these like opportunities that we felt we couldn't really turn down.
That's how they get you.
Exactly. So we just kept working on it, and it kept growing as a project, and then we kept growing as a team, and then like our ambitions kept growing, and then it just spiraled out of control, and now we're here with a shipped game that is also coming to consoles, so that's exciting.
multiple times where I think our team, because a big part of like what we wanted from our team was to like have a project that we are proud of, and I don't think we are ever at many points planning on doing anything big with it. And so there were multiple points where we were kind of just like, yeah, like we'll call it quits soon and then do something else, and then something big would happen.
Yeah.
Where like we were never expecting to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like okay, I guess we have to continue.
Yeah, I think a really big thing was the opportunity to go to consoles. So we were not at all looking for a publisher, and that was not at all in our plans. And then Whitethorn Digital approached us with this really great opportunity to go on consoles. And I feel like all of us were like, we would be stupid not to take this opportunity. I'm really glad we did. But then, yeah, we ended up working on it for another like year and a half from that point, right? So yeah, definitely. Yeah, Becca's like, we're gonna work on this for 6 months. Game development.
Classic.
I mean, it's been a good 6 months, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a great 6 months working on this game
Who
since
was the
2016.
most confident about being 6 months?
Nobody, I
Okay.
think. I think it was just me being like, that's the time limit because we're busy, and then it didn't
I
happen.
also think like we were all kind of like just post students at that point. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were discussing this like,
Most of us.
summer after we graduated, except Mike.
Yeah. Another question outside of shipping the game, what was the best part of development? Broad question activated.
I got an answer.
Yeah, go for it.
Every time we go to a convention, it brings so much life into me. Just being able to show the game, like, so when you're working on a game for a while and you're there, like, working on something for like maybe at like a 3 to 6 month stretch of not showing it to anybody, you're like not sure if everything is good. Like, you made a lot of changes, you don't know.
Why am I doing this? I haven't have left my house in 3 days.
Right. But then you bring it to a show and someone plays it and they're like glowing with excitement about it, and they're like, oh my god, I've never seen a game like this, I've never seen characters like this. This is amazing. Like, that just like energizes me to do that for another 6 months.
Yeah, we've definitely been a very like, I guess, like social game development team, because definitely, like, as a small team that doesn't have a lot of funding, like, the thing that we are spending to work on the game is like motivation, I think. So like, yeah, it's just like going out and seeing people play it, and also like being an active part of a local community and going to events and like participating was, I think, really motivating for me, and like was really one of the bigger reasons why I wanted to work on this project. Going off of that question, we as a team like had a meeting to talk about like what are our parameters for success, like what are our goals for the project and for ourselves and for us as a team. Because definitely also going into this, like, we know that we're working on an extremely niche game with kind of like alternative aesthetics that are not like, they're gonna appeal to some people a lot, but not to a larger audience, I guess. Like, we were never expecting this game to make like $1 billion, and we knew that. So I think for us it was important to define success in a different way that wasn't like monetary gain. And some of the things that we identified were that we wanted the experience of shipping this game, which, like, bang, we did it. Good job, everybody. And then the other things were, I'm trying to remember. The other things were that we wanted this game to open, present opportunities for us. And at this point, like, we have, Jessica uses words well. Yes, sorry, I've been training. Over the 4 years that we've been working on this project, I've learned how to talk, which has been also nice.
It's been a long road.
It has. No, but I think, yeah,
Just kidding.
but like, yeah, what I was saying is like having this project like open opportunities for us. So we, we went to PAX East last year with the Kickstarter lounge. We showed at the ID at Xbox booth at GDC this past year.
And PAX West.
And PAX West. Yeah, we've done tons and tons of events. We've done a lot of smaller events too. We've been to Pixel Pop. We've been to the Boston Festival of Indie Games. Many other ones that I'm forgetting right now, but also like upcoming, we're going to be at PAX East with the Mega Booth, which is like such a tremendous deal and has been a huge dream of mine for a long time. So definitely the network that we've built working on this has been really great.
Can I add to answer in there too
Yes,
before
please.
we move on?
Mhm.
Okay, sweet. Oh, now it's gone. Oh, no, just kidding. So I would say, like, I'm always just chomping at the bit to work with people who are like passionate about what they work on, and I've been watching you guys from afar working on this for years. I was actually a journalist, like at PAX at one point, I think 2017. So now I'm on the other side. But so when you guys reached out, I was like, yes, fine, yes. Because it's so few and far between you get to find projects like this where everybody's just like bouncing off the walls, wanting to work together. It's like it's pretty rare out there in the world. I've found in pretty much all of my other jobs. So yeah, it's been amazing, and just being part of meetings and stuff, it's been exactly what I've hoped for. Yeah.
Oh, I'm super glad. Yeah, I think also like we were reflecting that like we're finishing this game with like almost the same team that we started the project with, which is like not, I think, common. And we've all kind of like stuck with it, and we're here until the end, so that's been really great. But yeah, thank you for that, Kyle. That was very sweet.
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying. Let me turn my camera off.
Can I add one more answer to this?
Yeah.
I think something, this is just more personal for me, but I think one of my favorite pieces or like points in the project was probably like a month ago or something like that, where I was working on optimizations, and one of the big pieces for us was so there's a lot of pieces of the project that we made 4 years ago, and like reflects our skill levels from 4 years ago. And so like for us, like the bullets in the game were one of these pieces where we had written it at the very beginning of the game, and that was code written 4 years ago. And so I went through and reprogrammed it and made a system for it. And I was not expecting to be able to get like a huge performance boost from that, but it ended up being like a huge performance boost of like over 20 frames per second gains. And that moment for me was really, nice and one of my favorite moments, because there's kind of this great point of being able to see like what I could accomplish 4 years ago versus what I could accomplish now, and like actually see the growth between how much I've grown over the course of this project.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Yeah, I think that's huge. Like, yeah, when I look at, wait, is Dylan here?
Yeah, I joined.
Dylan!
I didn't want to interrupt Benny.
That's
Sound
okay.
drivers to get the call to
Lordy.
Oh my god.
Well, welcome. We are glad you're here. Yeah, to echo that, I think now when I look at the bye Becca, when you look at the early versions of the game, I think like those even the version from like this time last year, like we were actively demoing that and bringing it places and showing it to people, and now I'm so embarrassed, like just because we've improved so much. So it's just been, it's been really great.
I still have the original build that we showed at PAX.
Oh god. Oh lordy. We should do
just to compare.
yeah, we should do like a StarCrossed over the years roundup. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, I really want to make a video like that. That just shows like different builds over time.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
You guys have any like video from conventions where you're just kind of goofing off? You could splice in slow motion with sad music or happy music.
Okay, I'm on it. I can do this. Okay, let's maybe jump into some gameplay.
Oh wait, can we introduce Dylan?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dylan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I am Dylan Simone. I was part of the. I wasn't part of the original like game jam team, but I hopped on after that and helped with animation and 3D modeling and the whole UI promo 2D asset process.
Process. Duh. Trust the process. Oh, thank you, my wonderful moderator, Protomoon. Really quickly, a question that I missed. Were there any characters that you designed but did not make it into the game? Ori, do you want to answer this one?
I can answer that. Or Mike can answer that.
No, I was gonna say, I put 2 pictures in our chat if you want to bring them over into the stream somehow.
Oh, it's Punchy and yeah. So
What?
I
Where?
think, like, in like the line chat.
In line.
Oh
Mhm.
Lord, I don't know if I can do
I
this
don't
right
think
now.
it's, like, necessary.
Sorry.
I think the original characters. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Cheska, but I think you guys had like placeholder characters. Because I remember there was like the cute like space girl with like the stripy tights.
Yeah, those were the original Game
like-
Jam characters.
Yeah.
They were actually
Space
designed
He-Man
by.
and
Yeah, it was like Space He-Man, Alien
Alien
Chun or
Princess.
something. Yeah.
yeah.
Those were originally designed by me and Kelly
Oh, so
a
cute.
long time ago.
But yeah, so I feel like from there it was like a jumping off point of like kind of like cutesy like magical stuff. So then we made two characters that I think we called Punchy and Bangs.
Yeah, I'm actually
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab these
Yeah.
photos really quickly.
It was really
One of my-
creative. One of them punched people and one of them had bangs. So those are their names.
One of my favorite things actually about that original build was we had the character art for both of them, but in the game
I didn't
we didn't
remember
have
that.
enough time to model or rig. I forget which.
They just didn't have
We didn't have a
textures.
Bangs.
That's
We
so
didn't have
funny.
bangs.
Yeah.
We had a Bangs model.
Oh.
We had a blue version of Punchy and a red version of Punchy, and people didn't notice.
Okay, y'all. Here's. Oh Lord, it's
funny.
so big. Sorry.
It's also very old art, so like please don't
It's-
judge
Yeah.
me.
Oh.
I
as a
love
person.
Punchy's jacket.
It's been
Like that
five
that
years.
shirt is
Oh my
very
God.
good.
Okay,
Keep
so
going,
here's
keep going.
Punchy.
Do like a credits roll.
So here's Punchy. Another thing we realized, really quick, like one thing we realized demoing this character, when she did not have textures at all, it was just like a flat color. We learned the importance of silhouettes. So she's got a big bun on her head and she has pointy ears, and everyone thought she was wearing a cowboy hat. So that was
It's just like
Because it
this.
super duper did look.
because
like
that's what the
cowboy.
silhouette,
That's so funny.
that's what the silhouette looks
Also,
like. So.
Ori, I have an important lore question for you.
Yeah.
How long are those shoelaces?
I'm gonna say like 20 yards.
20
I think
yards? Alright.
That's a safe
Wow.
estimate.
Okay, let me find Bangs. She's also gonna be
yeah.
huge. Sorry, there it
So-
is.
Like Punchy's very like buff, but she actually kind of turned into idol. She's not outlaw. Which
Yeah,
is
it's
kind of
true.
funny.
I like the
Yes.
anticipation, the reveal of the.
Sorry, here's the reveal.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, here they are. So these were the original two.
I think
They're
the
walking up
original
the staircase.
idea too was to have each person have a different like weapon or like way that they punch the star, which is why
Yeah,
Bangs had a bat. I
yeah.
think that was like the original.
they all had like
idea.
weapons in the original.
Yeah.
I'm catching up on chat really quick. Who is everyone's favorite character? Protomoon says weapon. We also have outlaw. Outlaw's probably my favorite. Yeah, because
I think
muscles.
Idol's still my favorite.
Really, the original. That's awesome.
I just remember one time you described her as bubbly and then me as kind of bubbly, and I was like, oh yeah.
I think that's definitely true. Like your personalities are similar. And then the ambient oatmeal says the outlaw's forever in my head as buff Punchotron, which is extremely accurate. I love it. And everyone's like, oh no, she's cute. She's cute. Can there be character DLC where it's the regular cast just wearing cowboy hats? Man, I'm thinking
I
of.
would love that.
I have so many ideas for April Fool's Day. So-
What if you like have
Yeah.
the lasso to start?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Okay, let me. Uh-oh, wait. What am I doing? There it is. Okay, we're back.
So those are the
Yeah.
two characters that like Idol and Hero came out of essentially.
Yeah, and we do have a lot of when we were designing the main cast, Ori did a ton of concept sketches and like different costume
Yeah.
designs. So we actually are going to be releasing those in the art book that we're developing for. It's a Kickstarter backer reward, but honestly, like I'm putting so much time and effort into it. Like I would like people to see it, so maybe we could also sell that online somewhere. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Showing you all the concept art and good stuff. Oh my god, Lemony Fresh Punk. Hey, how have you been? It's been
Hey,
so
thank you.
long. Thank you so much.
But can you put the art book inside of a steel case? Just kidding.
We could try.
We can put a PDF in a steel case.
Yeah. A PDF, like a flash drive in a steel case. Okay, let's play the game a little bit because we've been talking for a while. I'm gonna keep an eye on volume, but chat, please let me know if it gets crazy. Mike is crazy about steel cases. You are correct.
I love steel cases. They're my favorite.
Loves to steal cases.
Yeah.
They look good on a shelf. They look great.
They do look great on a shelf. Okay. Here's the game. Oh wait, shoot! I gotta resize everybody again.
Yeah, you gotta make
Yeah, our
small.
faces are covering most
Yeah.
Everything.
You can move me off screen.
Okay, I'll move Kyle off screen.
I'm sharing a box with Dan right now.
Okay, awesome. I think we're good. I have the game open. I have a controller. Who's joining me, actually?
I want to try the remote
I can.
play again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just one try. One
One try.
Because
One
I did
try.
I nerfed the input a lot, so it should render like a 200 by 200 window on my.
Are you
Redemption
gonna
round.
play like that?
I'm very good. Don't worry.
I
Okay.
wish Dylan's camera is on so you could see him like here.
I'll
trying
take a
to look at-
screenshot.
Okay. Invite. I sent it. Oh, that's very loud. Sorry.
Oh boy. Let's see. Play game. Alright.
Let's see if that works. So we're gonna be playing using Steam's remote play. Joined remote play. It's now playing StarCrossed. It's working.
Yay.
Okay, yeah, I'm in.
Wait. Uh-oh. I'm not. Hold on.
I think it's registering as 2 controllers, so you should be able to use the left stick.
I think I plugged into an incorrect thing.
The Steam's remote share play like came out at the perfect time. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no!
Sure.
which
My
with
game
most things,
my game crashed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
With, with most things, like we didn't get a lot of heads up that was coming out. It like it shocked us, and we're like, what? And we tried it with StarCrossed, and it just instantly worked out of the box, and it was
Mm.
And, like,
phenomenal.
It's pretty
It was
lucky.
literally like a
Yeah.
month before release.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I might
But
need
the thing that I find funny
to.
was I know like all throughout development we were talking about how a feature like that would be helpful.
Yep.
But we kept being like, too bad Steam doesn't have that.
And then they heard us.
Okay, I might need to play on my keyboard.
Oh.
Okay. Let me hop in.
I think that should be okay. I sent you another invite.
Yep. Here I go.
Okay, I'm player 2. Are you player 1?
Let me get the window open. Duh.
You're 1?
I think you're gonna have to change the
No, that's fine.
It's okay?
It's
I
fine.
think we're good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
StarCrossed GameStop exclusive with Outlaw Dendroid. Oh my god.
You like couldn't read that.
I honestly, okay, so I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've only ever read it, so I just because I think the way I say it in my head is like Nendoro. I don't even know. It's Nendoroid, right? Nendoroid.
I just say Nendo. Like
Nendo?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
You
Blue
do
Jean is
that.
here. Hi, Blue Jean.
Hello. Coming to a GameStop near you. Nitro Beast from a fellow game dev. Congrats on launch. Thank you so much. I super appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you.
Where is my mouse? Okay. I think this is gonna work. Okay. Great. Ready. So you're 1?
Yeah.
2. Do we want to jump into? Actually, maybe we can do arcade mode.
Sure.
Should we hop into arcade mode? Wait, where is arcade mode? There it is. I was like, what's happening? I forgot how to play my game. Actually, I'll be princess maybe.
Put your outfit on.
Yeah, hold on.
Party outfit.
Wait, I actually
Oh,
don't
we
know
don't
how to
have-
switch the outfits. Hold on, there it is.
What? You can. Protomoon just shared that you can customize emotes.
Okay, wait.
Olive's wearing some sunglasses.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on, Dylan. You are controlling both number 1 and number 2.
Wait, hold on.
I think it's shared controller.
You're on a shared controller mode, so Dylan only use one side of your controller.
Okay.
That would explain a
I
lot.
would do a quick pause.
Or you can pause and reconfigure it.
No, we're gonna make it work. Yo, it's like, Dylan, you're picking all the things. Awesome. Could someone who's not playing
Yeah.
explain
So for anyone
gameplay
who
and
has-
stuff?
For anyone who has not seen StarCrossed before, so it's a 2-player cooperative game where it kind of plays like an old school arcade shooter, but instead of shooting bullets, your weapon is actually bouncing between you and your partner.
Oh, jeez.
So you have to work together with your partner and use your positioning to hit the enemies with that star. And then the other thing that they're doing is when the star is close to them, when you press
Dylan's
the,
not doing it.
He's doing it. He's doing all right.
I'm sorry, I'm all like heavy late.
Call your
You gotta give
partner.
me a little really.
So when the star is close to you, give it a star boost, and that's when you press the A button. They do that fancy spin, and it speeds up the star. And if they keep doing that in succession, which eventually in the stream they'll probably do, it builds up a multiplier.
Thanks for the,
The star goes faster, which makes it easy to hit
God.
enemies. You start building an ultimate, and you get a lot more points.
I'm doing good.
And they're playing the endless arcade mode, so this goes through and keeps getting harder and harder until they eventually.
Nitro, thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. I know you said you're a game dev. Do you stream also? I need more game dev streams to watch while I work. It motivates me. It makes me feel like I'm like in an office with people who are also working on stuff. Like this death corner.
But this is like, think of all those games when you're a kid and you're like having to work together, or just begging your other person or friend or sibling to work with you, and they kind of do until they
Shoot.
backstab you. Now they don't have a choice in this game,
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, let's get back in there.
unless you want to take down the whole ship with you, I guess.
It's your choice.
You can modify emotes with points. Oh my god, you put sunglasses on all? Wow. Twitch is incredible. So much has changed since I was
Nitro
on stream.
says, not yet right now. I just stream my Beat Saber breaks.
Ooh.
But as soon as my playable demo is out, I'm going to start streaming the dev.
Oh, that's awesome. I still
Hello,
have not.
Purchase. Thank you, Lemony Fresh.
Oh, thank you.
What? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. People subscribed, so maybe I'm going to be streaming more regularly. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Have a good night. Man, I still.
They're gonna lurk while they put their kids to bed, so they'll be
Yay.
around.
Good night.
We'll be quiet.
Good game for kids.
Yeah, okay, everyone whisper now.
I'll set my mic down now.
I still have not played Beat Saber actually, and I really would like to.
So tense.
Yeah, it's very
Oh, gotta
intense.
check out Jay's fan art immediately.
What? Wait, I'm playing.
Where'd you put it?
Wait,
Where'd
I'm
you
pausing
put
it.
It's not-
Show me the fan art.
Show
Oh
it to
goodness.
me. Where's
Wait,
it?
while that was
Amazing.
pause, Cheska?
Yes.
Can you increase the volume of the game itself? 'Cause
Yes,
think
I
you turned
can.
it down when we were chatting.
I turned it down. Let me know
There it
if this is better.
Oh my gosh.
Jay, totally.
Jay, you're a legend. This looks so cute.
Retweeting.
It's on Twitter.
It is now on our Twitter.
Oh my god.
I will
Maybe don't listen to me,
also.
'cause I had the video muted actually. So maybe
I will
I'm
also
bad.
retweet it on my account, and actually,
Oh my gosh.
below this
This is
video on
amazing.
Twitch, there's a feed of my Twitter, so that should be refreshing, hopefully, and it's up there now. Oh, and a link. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jay. I love it. Thank you so much.
I love the hand gesture. I forget what
Yeah.
that's called.
That's super fun.
Oh, Angelic Layer. Okay, literally Angelic Layer was like kind of an inspiration though, because they have those
Yeah.
like cool like outfits and stuff, and the main character in like the red suit. And I was
Yeah, I
like,
just
She's like,
read.
"Got you."
I just read the first volume of that recently, actually. But I do remember Jay when you cosplayed Angelic Layer like forever ago, and I was just so in love with the character designs. Yeah, I think that's I mean anything Clamp is like very very cool. Okay, sorry Dylan, I am ready to continue playing.
Okay,
Okay.
let me put the window back in.
Okay, when you're ready.
Uh-oh. It did
Did I just
not
go
like
through and
alt
start-
tapping.
Uh
Let's just go through and start posting people's fan art in our Twitch chat.
Ooh, it hated that.
oh.
So the fan art train.
Oh, Waking Oni also gonna hit the fan arts. Oh my god, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That would make my day. The best part of Beat Saber is streaming it. There are mods that integrate chat. What? And you can do custom songs? I'm on my own?
Uh-oh.
I can't play this on my
Sorry.
own.
It
I could join you.
Here we go.
Someone else pop in.
Let's go, Jessica.
Okay.
Let's
No,
go,
I'm
invite
not.
me.
I'm not gonna. Yes, hold on.
Uh,
I get a little crazy. Are you online? There you are.
My name is Mike. Hello.
Good
Who-
to meet you.
Who are you? Yeah, Angelic Layer is really great.
What's the concept of doing a dev stream?
I think Benny, I'm super sorry, but since I turned up the game volume, they probably cannot hear you. Unless you can talk much louder.
Or you can type in the chat.
Okay, back into arcade.
Which part are you taking?
The 2.
I'm gonna be fancy hero.
Someone call for a hero. I will do what
Mike,
must be done.
Yeah, that is better.
Yeah, actually,
Thank you.
that sounds better.
Who on the dev team is best at solo? It's absolutely Mike.
It's Mike.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely Mike. Unanimously, it's Mike. Because he
I've
has
played the
to.
game a lot.
He has to.
Solo's hard. He's like, don't be
Yeah,
a
it
bitch.
just. Since Mike is responsible for a lot of the gameplay design and the balancing of the waves, he ends up playtesting a lot on his own just to make sure that things are working correctly.
That's actually something that I thought was funny about the good design and balance process was like me and Mike, I feel like are probably the two most played in solo mode.
Mm,
And got really good at it, and so like there kept being moments where we were like, oh, this is too easy, we have to make it harder, and then it would just be ridiculously hard then.
yeah, and then I would playtest with someone who hadn't played before, and we would be like, oh no, we're balancing this for the developers, and that's absolutely not correct.
It was also a lot of our playing solo was also on keyboard, so that
Yeah.
people
Yes.
like people would watch me playing. I'm like, looks like I'm typing an essay, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, so this game is built in Unity, and all of the 3D art we use Blender. Ori does her art in Clip Art Studio. Is that right? Clip Studio Paint.
the birds.
Clip Art Studio Paint.
Birds do
I
it.
don't know. Excuse me.
It's my ultimate.
Wow. This is cooperative, Mike. We're sharing.
Not sharing.
Does not matter who picks it up.
It doesn't matter at
Oh
all.
lord. I'm trying to read chat while also playing. It's not a good idea.
We can reach out to you.
That would be great, thank you.
Let's see where- Microsoft Clip Art Studio.
Shut up.
That little face.
You're making Jessica laugh and run into birds.
I'm so bad at Blender. I need to do some Blender streams and just spend more time with it. Yeah, I think Blender has a really steep learning curve, but because it's open source and it's free, it's definitely like our tool of choice for indie dev. But yeah, it definitely took me a very long time to figure. I think I learned like 2 like tools, and then I just built everything using 2 tools, and then I eventually added 1 more tool. And then I was like, okay, I know how to like extrude. I know how to use the knife tool, and like that's it. You can do a lot with that. Yeah, extrude, loop cut. That's all you need. Like, you're absolutely right. I'd play a game made entirely in Microsoft Clip Art. That definitely exists. Honestly, like I would be so surprised if someone at NYU, I'm here for you, had not made that.
I need to show you guys.
Mike, that was so cool.
A Turing machine in what is it? Like Microsoft.
Mike, Benny, what are you saying?
I don't know. I lost my voice.
Try Blender's new sculpting. Yeah, right. Like Blender has sculpting. Blender has everything. Yeah, it's a really amazing tool.
Clip Art Studio, you can only make royalty-free art. It must be free.
Oh, I'm going for it. Meow.
I think I have a friend from Egypt
Whoa,
who
that was close.
he made like his own like MS Paint tool rule type thing, where like you can't like erase stuff, and it's just like a whole mess.
Oh no.
And then
I
they
love
made-
it.
Yeah, and then
Chaos
they made like
Paint?
a game jam.
Chaos
out of
Paint.
it. It's basically like MS Paint jam. It's like so bad. Very fun.
MS Paint Jam, I
You
love
showed
it.
to me and I was like, why would you make this?
Ah!
Yeah, like why'd you spend your time making this? Like it's the worst program.
That sounds really
Just
fun
knew it
though.
would not already
But
exist.
it's the worst program on purpose.
It was on purpose, so I didn't feel bad.
Wait, where are we going? Communicate with me. What's happening? I don't know. Oh, birds, help. Oh no. Oh no,
Oh no, oh no!
Everything's fine. I'm using my ultimate. If I know what key it is.
Rests in our hands.
You did it.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, be careful, it's ending. Be careful, be careful, be careful. This
Here's a
is...
Unity follow-up.
Oh!
Nitro. I tried Unity recently, and I am just not personally a fan. After working at AAA Studios, working with in-house engines and Unreal for so long, Unity is lacking for me.
Yeah, I feel like Unity versus Unreal, like Unity is really good if you need to make something that's not like a standard AAA game that's out there. So like this game, I feel like would have been much harder in Unreal since Unreal is not set up for a game where you have a star mounted between two players.
Yeah, I
But
think...
Unreal is definitely very good for anything where like you main like first person shooters for instance. Anything where it's like a pretty standard, you know, setup of the rules. You can get going really quickly in that.
Yeah, I definitely think for me, like, Unity is my tool of choice just because I'm so familiar with it and because it has such a large community and, like, support and forums and things. So it's yeah, as like a, like, I'm primarily like a designer, but I'm able to jump into Unity and like make my own prototypes and make my own games fairly easily. Yeah, I haven't worked with Unreal in a very long time. I do want to get back into it because of all the like visual scripting and like also just like when you put a 3D model in Unreal, you're immediately like, wow, it's beautiful. I did a good job.
It's so pretty.
And when you put it in Unity, you're like, oh no.
I have to drag 30 things on to make it look good.
Right? Oh, Pico 8 is best. Yeah, Proto did a game jam with us and made something in Pico 8. Pico 8 is really fun as well.
That was fun. Yeah, I recommend Pico 8 if you're trying to do like
So much
silly
fun.
small games.
Yeah, so
it's
much
also
fun.
a good tool to learn coding.
Mm-hmm.
One of my like favorite tools to do is
So close.
No!
No!
I can't believe this. Guardians.
Oh no.
The level 3 chompy.
Oh goodness.
I think that was
Got it,
behind my
copy.
camera. I don't even know if people saw that murder happen.
Got you.
Oh
You can see
lord.
his little eye peeking out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. My
Oh,
stream
man.
is like 4 seconds behind, so I'm like, did Francesca just fall out of her chair?
I'm sorry.
It was great.
Completely dead.
I saw it spawn. I knew I was too close to it, and just like I knew it was over for me.
You have like 1 second to dodge. Or
Yeah, I was like, and I don't even. Okay, there's my dodge button. I didn't have my finger. I didn't have my finger on the dodge button. There's no way.
Whose stream was it yesterday? They were putting G in chat for Granny.
I think it was Caleb.
I think it was Calico. Yeah.
Chat.
Throw a G in chat for Granny, please. Granny appreciation.
GG, good granny.
Yeah, GG, good
Thanks
Granny.
to Hey, I've got a question.
Yes.
They're always popping to mind because I'm used to like interviewing people. Like,
Oh, yes, please do.
them in my butt. I'm curious about the different modes. You know, we have story and arcade. When you were developing the game and you're thinking about scope, and you know, say you're into year 2, and who knows at that point how much further you thought it was going to be. When did these modes come about, and I guess how did you deal with scope? along the way.
Yeah, so we definitely were not thinking about scope at all when we were working on this game.
I may have lost connection. I'm gonna keep hitting buttons and see if it helps.
You're fine.
You're still playing.
Still seem to be doing
You're
stuff.
I can see the
you're
screen
still
now.
playing. So, yeah. So in terms of scope, so we initially intended this game just to be an arcade mode game.
Story mode almost didn't exist. Almost got
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
I think we canceled story mode.
Damn,
like,
Mike.
by title.
Yeah, we sort of canceled story mode multiple times just because we really wanted the game to get out, and we really weren't expecting to make a lot of money off of it. So we were like, we're not going to work on this for 4 years, and we're not going to do a story mode. So we kept cutting it, but whenever we went to conventions and things and we would talk to people there, everyone was really like interested in these characters and wanted to know more about them, really wanted them to interact with each other in a meaningful way. So when we found our publisher and then did our Kickstarter, and we're kind of like, okay, we are going to be working on this for a while. Let's start actually planning and getting ready to do the story mode.
How long ago was this Kickstarter at this point? Like from today?
A little over a year. We did it in the fall of 2018.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's also the story mode, like when we almost cut it, it was also because our original plan was a massive scope story mode. Like, I think
because we didn't know how to scope, yeah.
Yeah, like some of the plans we had was we wanted you to be able to swap characters before every single level, and you would keep track of how many different pairings you had, and then you'd get different things based on who had the most
Yeah.
playtime together. And we ended up scrapping that because it was like, why are we doing that? Like, instead you just pick your pairing at the beginning, you get to experience their story, and we found out we like really overcomplicated it.
Yeah. Well, even
Yeah.
from like a gameplay perspective, like we have the assets technically in the project at least. We had scenes where like we were going to like fly through Nova City and like there would be stuff happening in the background and stuff like that, all related to the story.
Yeah, definitely. Mike, an absolute god, loses connection, plays perfectly. Yeah. That's how it goes. And then Blue Jean says, I'm so glad y'all made a story mode. I'm really excited to play through it and learn about the characters. Oh, I got shot. Oh no.
You should do a GDC blindfolded run of this game.
Oh god. We're gonna need a lot more sounds on the enemies to do that.
Oh no.
Nitro V says, how did Kickstarter go? I thought about doing a Kickstarter for my current project, but it seems like a lot of people are currently
Yeah, I think Kickstarter's very tricky. Crowdfunding in general is pretty tricky. We were fortunate to know some of the folks over at Kickstarter, so we were able to chat with them about like what is the best way to present our project, what's a feasible goal, what should we be expecting. Mike, be careful over there. What are you doing, Mike? Yeah, but I definitely think Kickstarter is difficult if you're not an established team with a track record already, because Kickstarter is not guaranteed, and people are giving money without the certainty that you will deliver a product back. So if you have some sort of credibility or you've shipped games before and you can point to those, that really helps. For us, I think
Also, it's like-
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say scoping a Kickstarter is just as important as scoping a game.
Yeah.
Like, you can get really out of hand with your Kickstarter, and making sure that you like plan that out. Like, you should be planning it out like way in advance of actually posting it. Like for months.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We got a lot of advice on like how to do rewards, or like what reward tiers are feasible, even on like for physical rewards, like how do you track or how do you estimate shipping costs, right? Things like that get really complicated very quickly, and we had so many spreadsheets. It's definitely tricky, but I do think it's a great place if you're looking for a smaller amount of funding as an indie dev. I think it's totally achievable, and it's a good place to look for that support. Oh Lord, sorry, I can't talk and play at the same time. Yeah. Should we jump into story mode for a little bit?
Yeah, it's up to you.
And play the beginning of it?
Sure.
I see Mike ignoring the shield wall. Yeah.
I was trying to get Jessica over there.
Sorry. I was like trying to say good words. which is difficult when you're playing this game.
It's so hard to
It's
talk.
hard to say good words.
It's, I mean, in general, yes, and then especially when you're also trying to play this game. So,
Yeah, I can't imagine this game without a story mode. After seeing it and being super happy with it, it just adds so much.
exactly,
like,
yeah.
Real good bang for the buck.
Yeah, yeah. So our playthroughs, on average, people tend to get through it in about an hour and a half. That's for a single playthrough, and then each of our character pairings has different dialogue to go through the story. And if you have certain characters in your party, they also have additional scenes with some of the like supporting cast characters. So you get those bonus scenes as well. So there's technically 10 different sort of like routes you can play because there's 10 different character pairings, which was insane to write. It was a lot of writing.
Jessica wrote a book.
I wrote a book. I wrote like 25K words. Yeah, it was quite a lot.
Is there any like particular story pairings each of us have a favorite of?
I actually really enjoyed writing the idol and the weapon. I feel like I wasn't expecting it, but they have, because their personalities are a little bit like idol's very sort of like a little bit like reserved and unsure and whatever, and then the weapon is very blunt about things and is very to the point and like asks you questions. So that was a really interesting dynamic to write, and I really enjoyed that one actually.
Mm-hmm. I can't choose between either like weapon and outlaw or weapon and hero. I thought those are both really kind of tug at the heartstrings.
Yeah, thank you. Oh no,
Yeah, I
something
really like,
happened.
I really like Hero and Outlaw. I think that's probably my favorite pair.
Yeah, I like Hero and Outlaw a lot more than I thought I would.
That's
Mhm.
really my choice too.
I think every time I was mentioning this to someone else, but every time I played through one of the stories, I'm always like, cause like looking at the text when it was in like spreadsheet form, it was very mechanical. But then like seeing it over the course of the game, I'm always like really amazed by how it's spaced out.
Mhm.
Based
Thank
out.
I'm gonna try to make things a little bit smaller so y'all can see the beautiful art.
I like how Hero and Outlaw are both like goofy, but in different ways. Like they don't have their own
Yeah,
style of
yeah,
goofy
yeah.
to them.
Also,
Yeah.
like, in a lot of ways, they're like almost opposites, but
That's true.
like they match together really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like their energy is similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopping quickly back to chat. Yeah, Jay says the big cutscene images are so pretty. Yeah, good job, Ori. You did so good. And congrats to you all. Woo, thank you so much.
Thank
Super
you.
excited. And then Blue Jean wanted to know what was the process like for writing that. Man, big disaster on my part. Mostly because I did not realize how much writing it is to write the same scene 10 times. I basically wrote almost every scene 10 times. So for a game that is about an hour and a half long, yeah, it ends up being a ton of writing. And I think also it was difficult for me because I'm writing in 5 different characters' voices, and I have to figure out like I actually did a big planning document of thinking about like who is this character, what motivates them, like what is their personality, but also like what are the things that they're uncomfortable about, and then like what are points of conflict that they might have with some of the other characters. So we tried to play off of that so that we're not only having like positive feelings and like cute things, but also I wanted the characters to kind of explore themselves and kind of explore tensions with other characters and other personality types, which was very difficult. It was my first time writing something of that scale and doing that much dialogue. So yeah.
It was fun.
Also, it was kind of interesting because the character designs came before their personalities in a weird way.
Yeah, we sort of designed them
where-
based on other characters, but
Right.
yeah, we hadn't really defined them.
Right, and so they all
Mhm.
kind of like developed their personalities and their like relationships to each other, like as you wrote, which is like really interesting to watch and to see.
Mm.
And I think some of the characters also like turned out very different from like how I was picturing them when I was drawing them, which is really
Mhm.
funny to me.
Yeah.
So it's like interesting to see like the difference between that and like how they develop. It's pretty fun.
Mhm.
Oh, Lesabot in the chat. Hey, thanks for the congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. And then Nitro saying like scope creep killed my last project. Man, yeah, scope creep has killed many of my projects.
I almost got this one.
It tried its hardest.
Yeah, I mean, especially as like, yeah, if you're a single, like if you're a solo developer, I recently did a year-long project as a solo dev, and it like, I spent the entire year in like a deep depression and like, because I was like, what am I doing? And I didn't have anyone to bounce ideas off of, and it was just very, it's really difficult. I mean, making games is hard, but making games by yourself is just like, wow, it's it's a lot.
Going to that, add one quick thing about the story. I see the question in chat though. I want to hear that too from Proto. For the story, I could definitely tell you knew the story upside down, backwards from writing it, 800 different ways.
Yeah.
When we were doing the voice direction, because like there's voice lines in this game. I think there's like 4 or 5 for each character for like character select and ultimates and whatnot. And well, Francesco was there for it, and you saw how kind of like gung ho we would get with just making sure we brought this character to life as if we had gone through 15 pages of dialogue and established a character, but we didn't do that. We had like 4 or 5 lines each, and so it was really pulling out of you like the second and third and fourth dimension of all these characters, like what they're worried about and whatnot, so they could hear that in their voices when it's game over or when they're getting chosen or when they're ulting. And
yeah,
so that helped a ton.
Yeah, those voice recording sessions went really well. I was really thrilled about it. So we are kicking off story mode. So this is sort of the introduction where we meet all of the different characters. They've just been at this big, like, intergalactic concert gathering, and some villains came and stole the Harmony Crystal, which is like the energy source for the universe. We played on a lot of like very typical sort of magical girl tropes and like story elements. That was definitely the intention, where we wanted to follow a lot of the established patterns of the genre. Yeah, so we're sort of like meeting the ragtag team, everyone's getting their magical girl powers, and then we're gonna go like kick some bad guy butt, so that's exciting. And then Protomoon asks, Ori, how did you envision the weapon when you were designing them? Was it the same as how I wrote them, or was it different?
Oh, like personality-wise?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I think I want to say that like weapon and hero were probably the closest in personality, the way that you wrote them, that I imagined them when I was making them.
Okay, yeah.
Idol a little bit too. I think Outlaw surprised me the most. I would say.
Did you think she was gonna be like way more badass?
I thought Outlaw was gonna be like super tough and like.
Oh no, I wrote her like a doofus. Sorry.
Ready to, like, beat people up, and like if you like mess with her, then she was just like, "How dare you?" You know.
I think.
And she ended up being like, kind
yeah.
of evil, which I love. I think it's like great, but it's totally not.
Yeah, I definitely think when I wrote these characters, like I was definitely imagining her initially to be more serious, so kind of like a Spike Spiegel kind of character, right? Where it's like cracking jokes, kind of, but kind of like a more like serious sarcasm, like a cool character. And I do think that because the princess ended up being very serious, Outlaw kind of adapted to be a little more playful in response to that. Yeah. Spider Florist, hi! Thank you so much for your fan art. It was incredible.
I thought it was cute.
Oh my god, it was so cute. Yeah, thank you so much for sending us fan art. Are there bark lines when the characters are selected? Yeah, so there's bark lines when the characters are selected in the character select screen. There's 2 different ultimate lines for each character, so it alternates, and we also have a game over line when you lose the game as well. Yeah, jokey outlaw and serious princess, it worked out really well. I like their dynamic a lot. And I feel similarly, Idol was initially like supposed to be this like overly bubbly, like cute sort of like K-pop idol, like, yeah, like everything's great, whatever. And I think like as I wrote her, because we have like Hero who's like super optimistic go-getter, right? Idol actually ended up drifting into being like a little more insecure in some ways. Yeah, a little reluctant and a little hesitant, because that wasn't a personality type that we had on the team yet. So I think it was something we needed.
Yeah. I And no, I didn't have any like I had the direction to go in terms of art style. So when I came on the team, you know, everyone was like, "Oh, we want kind of like Steven University. We want like a magical girl style where everyone's like in a group and has their own colors, kind of, and their own personalities." But none of them had like personalities or anything like that.
Yeah, I
like,
think we.
actually written or
Yeah,
intended.
yeah, I think we
Yeah,
did
there
give
was
like
actually-
we gave like character inspirations, I think.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Just in style, kind
yeah,
of appearance.
so the
and,
hero
like,
is
the
like
energy rather than
yeah.
words that they would actually say. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly.
Well,
Mhm.
I remember also.
Bye,
being,
Spambot.
like, I'm talking
Oh
about
wait,
it.
bye, Spider Florist.
Oh.
Spambot is
Yeah,
returning.
bye.
I just saw bye and I was like, goodbye.
I
Thank you so
remember
much.
when we were like talking about it, we would often just come to like archetypes basically, in terms of like what roles they would fit into.
Yeah, because we were thinking a little bit about like, oh, what are characters that we see in magical girl media or like that we know that we like. Yeah, so we were looking at like Sailor Moon and thinking about like what are the different personality types that are on that team. You always have a stuck-up rich girl, so we made one. Yeah, Tokyo Mew Mew is the same thing, right? We're like,
I do want to. I love this part of the scientist where she's just brutal.
oh, no, hold on, I'll fucking voice act this. Let me get my mic. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Can I read the? So this is our first sort of like supporting cast character. This is the scientist who is a bad guy, and I wrote her to be absolutely savage. I really, which is like I'm glad it landed. And people really liked it because we watched them.
Starting off with this sarcastic, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
I think the scientist might be my favorite character in the game.
Oh my god, really?
She's
That's
very
awesome.
Jay also says that the pixel art on the TV screen is very cute.
It is,
Which
yeah.
that was all Dylan.
Yeah. Mike, do you want to? Who wants to voice act with me?
Oh, I can't.
Lore question: how does the eye patch stay on? Magical girl magic and space gravity.
Maybe it's just glued on. You
Oh, it's science. Yeah.
The what stay on?
The eye patch.
Yeah, I got you.
Technology.
Technology.
That's actually
Tape. There's a lot of guesses.
You're just seeing that through
How
together.
does her halo stay on? I don't know.
Tape. Hot glue.
That's
Hot
just
glue
her
gun.
eye. Oh, no. That's just what I
It's just
rolled.
one enormous people.
Okay, I'm gonna read this. Claim other characters as we go. Okay. You haven't even heard our side of the story. Not that you would care, I think. Who's playing hero?
Stream is like 5 seconds.
Somebody
behind.
take it.
There we go. You and Mike have to read because we're
Mike,
both-
read it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
right, true, sorry.
We can't read it.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
I
can't
won't
read.
ask you again. Return the Harmony Crystal. I can't voice act. I'm just gonna say.
Okay,
it.
I'll just.
It's like music, Mike. I believe in you.
Sounds like Mike now.
Unplug my microphone. Sorry, I'm back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just voice act all the characters then. Here we go. Francesca show. Okay. No, I don't think I will. Mike is gonna do the clicking. You see, our leader has some wonderful plans for this oversized jewel. Also, it took an awful lot of work to grab it in the first place. Did you think I would just hand it over? Are you insane? Do you know the damage you could cause? That crystal holds our galaxy together. It's not some toy for your amusement. I'm only gonna do this scene because this is really exhausting.
I don't know how you guys did it.
B voice acted the entire.
That was
story.
incredible.
For like 10 hours.
That was incredible. But also B was using like a voice changer thing. I just have me.
So good.
Thanks.
Called acting.
Yeah. You're right. It's not a toy. This thing destroys lives, so we're gonna get rid of it. You can't do that! Actually, I can. Who's gonna stop me? You, a pampered pop star? Are you flying now because nobody laid out a red carpet for you to walk on? Damn! What does Hero's voice sound like? It's like yelling. I'll just move my mic.
Always yelling.
Leave her alone! You're the bad guy here! There you go.
Need a little gravel in there.
Thanks, y'all. Subscribe. Okay.
Hero is always yelling.
Hero's always yelling. If it's a fight you want, I'm happy to provide. I've got to get going, but this should keep you all busy. I just realized my neighbor downstairs is probably going to be upset if I yell.
He's gonna be like,
Join the stream.
Also, because I'm yelling like, yeah, the bad guy!
Called on you because you're doing the hero voice.
Maybe. My time to shine. Let's do this. Okay, can I? I'm gonna stop. Okay. we're just gonna roll on through. Does anyone have any other questions? Outlaws arms are my favorite StarCrossed character. Thank you. Round of applause. Thank you.
Important question to me: does Outlaw's arms have names?
I-
Cheska answer.
I mean, since I wrote the story, I think I can say anything and it's canon, right? Is that
Yep,
is that how it works? Oh jeez, oh lord, I forgot. We had to like play the game. Oh.
Starboard cannon, port side cannon.
Oh, good jokes. Good jokes.
We'll take it.
One of them is
You're
the
always-
gun, the other one is show. Nice.
Punchy and bang.
Oh yeah. It's an homage.
I've got a
Yay, we
question.
did it. Yes.
Should we freeze here?
and-
Stop here so we can look at the arms and name them?
Kyle, what was your question?
For enemy design, I imagine like if I was making a game, I would like play around with other games, like maybe twin stick shooters or something like that, are kind of quasi parallel to this. How did you come about the look of the enemies and like what they do?
Yeah, that's a Dylan question. If you want to take that.
Yeah. So honestly, I think I started out like thinking about like quintessential like it's a space fantasy game. So it's like I was looking at games that are cute and fit the space fantasy genre, and that pointed me a lot more in like a Kirby direction than I thought it would. Where it's like, you know, big menacing eyeballs and like kind of disembodied, ghostly enemies, things that are clearly magical, not like scientific at all. And then I just kind of ran with that. I started to give them more personality as we went on, where it's like the latest incarnation of enemies is like what became the mini bosses, the mine layer and the rabbit-looking one that jumps around. And I think you can kind of tell that they're like the most complicated designs by far, and the most like they have more personality.
Yeah.
Than the original incarnation.
The rabbit's
And, like-
animations are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that little sound. I'm guessing that's a Renzo sound because I didn't make it. What distinguishes between making a boss fight and a mini boss? Because, you know, that rabbit kicked my butt, man.
I think that because they were more complicated and they were bigger and more elaborate, we were like, this would be good as like an elite type enemy, and that eventually became like a mini boss type thing. It just started out like this enemy's tough to this enemy should have its own health bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like all the mini bosses as well, like one of the defining features of them is they still kind of act like enemies, in that they only have one move that they do. It's just a hard move. Whereas like all of the bosses have like many move sets and like multiple phases. They're very like theatric in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And they get very difficult.
Like, I was curious while playing, like, what gives you the confidence to make something really difficult? Is it just like, let's just try everything and then play it ourselves and see how, like, if we dial this back, we can get through it? Or is it the reverse where you kind of dial it up?
Yeah, I think we definitely started by looking at reference. So we did draw a lot of inspiration from the bullet hell genre, but we didn't want to quite go in that direction. But we were looking there in terms of like bullet patterns, in terms of movement styles. So we took some inspiration from that, definitely. And we started with the boss design specifically by just like sort of drafting out like what does each phase look like, making sure that we have some like movement-based attacks as well as some bullet-based attacks. So there's a little bit of variation going on in each phase. Yeah, and just like working from there, I think a lot of it was just we had to build it to test it, and then we would design or like play test and then design iteratively from there. Yeah.
Yeah. The first version of the boss was probably 30 times harder than the versions that are in this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Witch we did like 3 redesigns on in terms of how she actually worked. Like the witch that's in the game in code is actually named New Witch.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that a lot some places when there's like this scene skip tool we used to have.
Hey, really quick, Mike. Oh, never mind. I got it. I'm gonna play Heroes so that we can meet Granny. So we'll do that.
Is there a person I should play? Any suggestions?
I don't know. Chat.
Outlaw is
Who
a
do you want to
popular
see?
one in the chat.
Who does chat want to see?
Chat vote.
Let's chat
Weapon
pick.
is also popular.
Which plays StarCrossed?
Okay, we have one vote for weapon.
In chat, really quick, Ambient Oatmeal says the world needs more Kirby.
Hero
aesthetics
idol,
on the
weapon.
Character design.
We have 2 votes for weapon.
Says their
No.
favorite enemy is the
We
teleport.
got a vote changed to Outlaw.
Well, now we just have 1 vote for everybody.
So we got an idol, a hero, and a weapon vote. I mean, you're already playing hero, so we got that.
Yeah.
So we got an idol and a weapon vote.
Let's do weapon.
Yeah, you can do
Let's do weapon.
I
Yeah.
will serve my purpose.
So both weapon and hero are. Oh, I didn't actually pick. They're both non-binary characters, which was really important to our team that we were kind of expanding the magical girls past just the girls. I think that was important to us. And when we were looking for voice actors as well, we purposefully reached out online to try to find non-binary voice actors as well. Yeah, so this is the Starform costume. So when you finish the game with a certain character, you unlock these like special like team outfits. So they each have one, and they're designed to be like a squad. So they all are a little bit more similar in their design. Ori did a great job with them. They're so cute. Yeah, you're just like thanks.
We're showing you some spoilers here. The unlockable costumes.
Yeah, sorry, but they are very cute.
They were fun to design. That was like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. Because I think we definitely designed them to be very different, not in only their personalities, but also in like how they dress or like things like that. So at the end, we were like, oh, when they like finish their journey together, they should all have like a squad outfit that they have. So yeah.
Can you describe like the
the buttons on Hero's jacket make a Mickey Mouse shape.
Wait, what? Really?
Hero would be
No, we're gonna get sued by Disney. Don't say that. Don't say that. Shh. Quiet, everybody.
yeah? Nobody heard that.
Nobody thinks.
It's a secret,
Ours.
Mickey. Don't talk about it.
Yes, trade secrets. Or can you like just
Oops.
can you describe the process of like making those special outfits from the base outfits? Like
Yeah.
those decisions?
Yeah, so I think like when we first started talking about them, everyone kind of like when we did the original cast, they all kind of go together, but they don't have like matching outfits. And these ones aren't really matching either, but we wanted them to
Sorry.
be cohesive, so we had a few things that all of them would have. So
They weren't even shooting.
I'm really listening to what people are saying. Sorry.
we decided that like we wanted like a common color between all of them, which is white. And then they all have hearts on them. They all have the rings that come from the Harmony Crystal, and then they also all have bows, which they had in the original. But Weapon gets bows in her new outfit, which she doesn't have in her original, which is nice. So she's like part of the squad now. But yeah, I just wanted them to be like similar, but different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely think like.
Some of the colors changed. I think Idol and Hero are the only two whose hair color changed. Just to adjust
Got a
it.
little more
Like, a
pastel.
lot of like there's a lot of like iteration, like what like seems like a secret sauce of like how character design comes about that looking from the outside in I have no idea. Is there like is it just kind of pop to mind, or just kind of sitting thinking about it, or looking at references?
A little bit of both. Actually, Jessica helped me design the Starform outfits. Now that I remember it.
Yo,
It was the weekend that I visited you.
Yeah, we like ordered takeout and we were like, okay, we're gonna
Totally
design.
brainstormed. Yeah.
'Cause
We
I
had
think-
one piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I was drawing the characters on them, and we
This
were
is
just
our
coming
only
up with
piece.
we were
Yeah.
spitballing ideas. We were like, what should Outlaw wear? And then Jessica was like, an asymmetrical skirt.
Okay,
And I was
hold
like,
on.
we like started drawing it. Like,
Hold Making me sound like a crazy person. But no, I'm just like, okay, here's the plan. I've been thinking about this for 17 years. I know exactly what they're gonna be wearing. I think for me, actually, because like what we were saying is we designed a lot of the characters before we knew a whole lot about their personalities. So this was actually an opportunity for me to like think about, now that I knew them better, like what sort of thing really suited them, which is why I was so excited.
For sure. And like I designed these characters like what, 4 years ago now maybe?
Yeah.
And looking, not that I don't love them, but as the artist I'm like, oh, I would have changed that, or I would have fixed this. And so it was
Yeah.
nice
Yeah,
to
that's
see the
why.
Starform outfits, because it was like the things that I could be like, oh, I can actually
Oh.
change that now and like do things that I wanted to
Take
do.
two.
Yeah.
It's like a second chance to put them in something cute, so it was fun.
I always like that's one of my favorite things in video games.
Beep, beep, beep.
When you get like a special thing at the end that's like, oh shit, I love that thing.
Also, Jay says it's like The Sims where you pick different occasion outfits for your character. The same
Yeah.
thing.
It's a special
And then,
occasion.
And Mel says they have to go, but thanks.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you so much, and thank you again so much for writing that wonderful article. I super appreciate it. Thank you. I hope we can hang out again soon. Have a good night.
Yeah, so that's my answer. That's my final answer.
Is that your final answer?
The real question
Oh my
is
God.
when can we expect cowboy form?
Yeah, cowboy variants. Oh, sorry, I'm like not paying attention.
I would design that.
Pass.
Even just for fun. Maybe I'll just do that for fun. We don't have to put it in.
This is what happens when you don't communicate with the person you're playing the game with. You both try to move the wrong way to get around the skills.
Yeah.
And it just bounces it around.
It's like when you trying to get past somebody in the hallway.
In your role play.
Exactly.
Same feeling.
Me all the time. Yeah.
My stream is getting a little bit laggier, but it's still
Oh,
working
sorry. Oh.
I'm actually impressed that Princess can like stream and do remote play at the same time.
I have been training all my life.
Change your internet.
I do remember sometimes like we'll have press come to demo the game, right, at events and stuff. So you'll be playing it and also trying to give like a coherent pitch. It's a lot.
We've given a lot of pitches that have streams in it.
I've had a lot of moments where I was talking to people at convention, like the waves pick up, and then I just go silent, and the other person also goes silent. Like,
Yeah,
focusing
and then you
on
like
the screen.
resume the conversation
And then you
afterwards.
do, like, so what we were saying, yeah, so
Yeah.
the enemies, they do this thing.
What's that thing in Pacific Rim where they like phase together?
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Sorry. We're drift compatible.
Yeah. Compatible.
We're drift compatible.
Drift, that's the word.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
I saw that movie 16 times in theaters.
Oh my god. 16, like actually you're exaggerating.
No, I'm not exaggerating.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
16 times in theaters.
I think I saw it like 4 times and I thought that was a lot. That's wild.
So I was
It's such a
watching
good
the voice actor for Hero play this scene last night on Twitch, and they were having a good time because they're like, oh my god, this is my homeworld.
Oh my
This is
god.
my homeworld. And they saw it,
Dom
and they're like,
is the
"Oh my
most
God."
beautiful human. I love her so much.
Dom
So
just
funny.
Said, oh my god, I was born on a lasagna. Stop laughing.
I've heard people call Matrola a slice of cake. I've heard them call it lasagna. I've heard
Yeah.
them call it a steak.
I think it looks like a
Meat.
pie.
We need to come out.
Oh my
We need to
goodness.
come out with a StarCrossed cookbook, and Matrola is one of the recipes.
I think I think for me it's like when Dylan was coming up with these concepts for the planets, like I very much looked at this and I was like, that looks like a slice of pie, and we're putting like the character that's on Matrola is Granny, and like it's all about like home and family, and I was like, it's perfect.
Imagine.
Yeah, ship
Yeah.
it.
One more one more thing. I want to read this comment in the chat because it's so funny. Talking about Pacific Rim, I think of that movie every time I see a chubby cat lumbering down the hall.
Oh no.
Da, 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 da. Oh my god, it's so funny. All right, Lasagna Planet, here we go. Something big is coming. Get ready.
I hope the stream doesn't fail me.
We're gonna do our best.
For April Fool's Day, we should put a ship hat on which.
Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. So this is our first boss. While Mike and I focus and try to beat it, does anyone want to talk about this boss design?
Is that Dylan?
Yeah.
A subtle
I don't know,
word.
somebody.
That makes it
That's
feel
also
better.
me.
Yeah.
I think that from the moment we started this game, I'm like, there should be a laser witch, and I think I said that like maybe 10,000 times
Yes.
at the beginning of the game and actually making it. And then like I was really like they're like doing your own boss design, and I'm like, well, roll the laser witch.
Like an executive
Have I got the idea ready in my head?
Man, I think we're very simple people. We're like, you know what's great? Magical girls. You know what's great? Laser witches in space. Like,
shit.
Yeah, I think for me, because so I was during the implementation of like all these bosses, and I think this boss is like in many ways my least favorite because I like did it 3 times. But I think it's also my most favorite because I did it 3 times. It's the one that I feel like I really got down. Like I know what laser Witch is about now.
I know what Laser Witch is about. I know her story.
I know everything.
I know
You get such great
everything.
screen
Mike.
or screenshots from this fight. Just bullets and lasers everywhere.
Also, it's just the way that she like flips over and the eyeballs underneath her, and it's also her scare. It's like such a good design.
Yeah, I think like Dylan like was like, what if this happened? We were all like, oh,
You're like,
yes.
ew.
Yeah.
Eyeball.
Oh, thank God.
Do it! Do it! Yeah!
Hey.
Oh no! Just get hit by a truck.
We did it!
Kojima has nothing on y'all.
Thank you.
Take that, Kojima.
Yeah, I feel
Sounds like
like
a laser.
I feel like for a very long time, Laser Witch was also the hardest boss because
She was-
it was also the first boss that we made, and so we really had nothing to calibrate against. So like there was a very long time where Laser Witch was just impossible to play.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, as I said, like the design process for the bosses was very much like we played it and we were like, well, that absolutely does not work. And then, we went from there, so that was good.
Also, Blue Jean says I like her psychic spoons, which is really funny because they were never spoons, but
Everyone thinks they're spoons.
What?
They're meant to look like it's like a laser gun.
I always
Everyone
Yeah,
just
I
like the
think
spoon.
something weirdly futuristic.
I always-
Can one call them spoons?
Yeah.
I always think
Oh,
that
Dylan is
was-
just learning this.
I have
Yeah.
not heard that.
They've been called spoons a lot.
It's always spoons.
I've always called them mass relays.
Wait, Brandy's here. Hold on, slow down, everybody. Hello there, dearie.
Does he eat lasagna with a spoon?
How is everything? I'm voice acting this. Here we go. Is your big concert over already? Did you have lots of fun? What? Yeah, it's definitely over, Granny. Did you not notice all the fire outside?
The universe is ending.
Ah, yes,
Get a
there's
G in
been a
chat.
bit of... Yeah, can we get a G in chat for Granny, please? Thank you.
Can
Can we get some G's up in this chat? Yes, there's been a bit of commotion outside, but it seems everyone is all right. They evacuated the town, but, you know, my horoscope said I should take it easy and stay home today.
That is the funniest line in the game for me.
God, thank you, because I was like, this is so dumb. As I was writing it, I was like, it's 6 in the morning. I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait,
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, what sign is Granny? Do we know?
What signs are there in space?
It's,
All the stars
so,
are-
Dylan getting mad about
Human
science.
signs.
oh my god.
The angles are all
Spambot,
off.
I've only had Granny for 1 minute, but if anything happened to her, I'd kill everyone in this chat and then myself. Excellent Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference. Love it. I forget what Calico said. I think Calico said that Granny is a Cancer. I think that's right.
Fair enough.
I said I'm glad you're okay. Of course, trust in the universe and it shall provide the protection you need. Okay, Granny. But I fear the universe itself may need some okay, this is hard. May need some protecting. I felt the energy shift. An evil power is growing. Granny, the harmony crystal was stolen. I see. That explains it then.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. That's so funny. Sorry, I can't come home just yet. I need to go recover the crystal. I knew I heard something different in your voice. You're a guardian now, aren't you? Yup. Just like in the old stories you used to tell me when I was young. I'm very proud, however, you must realize the hardship you will face. I was just a child when the last guardians were chosen, yet I still remember their grisly demise. Rip. You didn't tell me that part. Can we now get an F in chat for all the dead guardians? Thank you.
It's another G, actually.
Another G? Just G for guardians? Can we just type some letters into chat, please? Thank you.
Get a Q in chat, guys.
Actually, so I'll stop reading, and I actually wanted to now I forgot what I was gonna say. So in the original design for Granny, when we were originally talking about this character, we were thinking that actually Granny was an ex-guardian. So some of her initial dialogue, like this past of like her telling Hero about the guardians or whatever, it was supposed to be that like she was a guardian, but we moved away from that ultimately, because it got very complicated in terms of narrative and lore and things.
Granny is the last boss.
Yeah, Granny's the final boss. Spoilers.
Cool. Also, I remember when I was designing her, I put the sketch in like our Slack, and Cheska was immediately like, "Can I request giant Granny glasses, please?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yes, you can," and I added the glasses.
Well, because I felt like it also
Complete the look.
it also parallels Hero's like visor a little bit as well,
It does, yeah.
which I liked. Yeah. Oh, and then Granny doesn't leave for a little bit, I think. Is this, yeah, she's like hasn't hung up the phone quite yet. She's
Click.
like,
Still listening.
hello. I definitely
She just
updated
said
this.
click out
Okay. I'll make a note that I need to fix this. Granny's just hanging out.
Take a Trello card.
I'll make a Trello card. Granny is the guardian of my heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
Granny alt costume where she has a yellow translucent visor.
That's extremely good. That's lovely.
It's, like, pulled down over her eyes like they do.
Why am I the character designer? Such a good idea.
Granny DLC where she goes to a casino.
Man, I'll do it. Don't
I
tempt
think
me.
it's called GLC.
Can we get a concept art of young Guardian Granny? We actually didn't do it ever. But for the mini comic that Ori is working on is a prequel. Did Mike drop? Uh-oh. Goodbye, Mike. So the mini comic that we're doing is a prequel. So we actually went and Ori designed the previous Guardians. And they're all incredible, and now I want to make a prequel. So please buy StarCrossed so we can make a prequel.
So in 4 years, we'll have made a second game.
I was wondering why it paused, and I guess it paused because Mike
I hope I don't
Mike left.
The good news is that feature works.
Yes, it does.
play testing.
6 more months and the prequel's done. Yep, that's how long it takes to make a video game. Is just 6 months.
Easy clap.
I think actually, yeah, I don't want to give away too much of the story, and we have been streaming for almost 2 hours at this point. So maybe we'll take a few more questions and then we'll wrap up the stream.
I got a question.
Yeah.
We're sitting on it for 40 minutes. Just
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
really quick, sorry, before you do the question, Blue Jean's gonna leave.
Oh, thank you so much for tuning
Bye, thanks
in.
for joining us.
Good night. All right, Kyle, what was your question?
So, game dev, stressful, anxious.
Yes.
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 Yes, go on.
That's a question.
Yeah, that's the statement. So I'm sure over the course of the several years, there was a tipping point when you started feeling more confident or felt like, yeah, people are enjoying this is fun, or you were doubting that up until a point. Like, can you guys, any of you think of a point for you where you're like feeling confident and like,
Yeah, I
For
think.
me, it was like
Go ahead, Benny.
last week when my friends play tested.
Oh no.
4 years of pure
Because, like-
anxiety?
Like,
Oh my God, we have double Benny in the chat.
Oh my
Double
gosh.
Benny.
They're like desynced.
Hold
Why?
on, I'll rearrange. There we
Okay,
go.
I took Mike's place.
This is like the image of the guy shooting himself in the back almost, you know?
Mhm.
Just the one.
Quick, make a wish. There's a double Benny.
It's a supple Benny. Make a wish.
This happens more often
This
than
one.
you think.
There we go. Okay. Hopefully Mike will join us in the chat, but we'll see.
Confidence in your playtesting last week when you finally were, Benny?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I had I had like confidence boosts at many points during the dev process because we would like go and show, but like we never really had anybody like beyond us like play through the whole game at a lot of points. So it was like really nice. Like I got like 5 friends together and like we all had like a group game session of playing through it, and we had like just as much fun as we would have playing like someone else's game, and that like really did it for me, I think.
Sorry, I'm just quickly rearranging everything because Mike came back. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think
Wi-Fi.
oh, no worries. Yeah, I think something for me, like Mike mentioned this earlier, but we made it part of our development process to go to events and use that as a form of community building, but also as a way to playtest and gain motivation. So I definitely think like we would be working, motivation would be dropping. We would be prepping for event, we would be really busy and kind of stressed out. And then we would go to the event, and then watching people enjoy the game brings us back up again. So it wasn't really like, I don't know, there wasn't really a pattern over like, I guess like the whole course of development, but definitely like there were those little spikes that kind of went up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about like the Kickstarter? Was that just oh man?
That was a pretty big inspiration.
It was,
It was also a commitment because
Yeah.
at that point it was like, oh, now we have
Just
to
gonna
do
make
this 'cause
everybody
we did
bigger.
that, you know?
Yeah.
Not that we didn't want
definitely.
to, but it was just it solidified it.
Something to add on to what Benny was saying too about like not being able to play the game a lot. So it's like you actually like when you're working on a bigger game, you can't actually see the whole game until surprisingly late in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So like because you're always building things in pieces, and then like eventually you assemble the pieces, and then you can actually see like if the game met the vision that you were trying to build.
Yeah.
And then after that point, you then have to go back and refine those pieces. So it's surprising how long you can go into game development without actually like seeing the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a point as well where like you click in enough things, and then you'll get like, oh shit, this is a game now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because so much of the time is spent of like dispersed pieces that aren't really connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can add to what you just said, Benny, I feel like game dev is like making a cake, but you don't actually make the cake until like the last 6 months. So you guys, before I was involved, were probably like, growing wheat, crushing it, making it into flour for each of these individual components. And
Yeah.
then when you got to bake the cake over the last couple of months, it just seems like it flew together. Yeah.
It is kind of like baking, where like you can't really taste the batter, so you just kind of have to put it in and like hope for the
I mean,
best.
not with that attitude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely think that also, like, it is... God, I'm gonna keep going with the cake analogy. So it's like if you taste the batter, you're not necessarily gonna know exactly what the cake is gonna taste like at the end. So it's like...
That tastes like flour.
Yeah, because like when we play test internally amongst ourselves, so like we think a design is like super great and whatever, and then we'll take it to an event, or even like our UI got reworked many times because we would be like, this makes total sense, and then we would take it to events and people would be like, I don't get it, because like we have all of the context and sort of the design, we know why it was designed the way it was. So playtesting is definitely like king here, and like showing it to people as early as possible. I really believe in that as part of a game development process.
It
Yeah.
was very
Yeah,
cool
also,
watching
like-
people play the game with the old UI, and like they play the game, they'd be doing great, like doing super well,
Mhm.
and at the end, I'm just like, so I just want to like ask you, like, what did that thing in the UI mean? And like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, all right. Good to
Oh,
know.
no.
And then we
Yeah.
threw that thing away.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not related to the question a whole lot, but that's always something I find really interesting is watching how different people play
Mm-hmm.
and like being like I didn't realize that was a way you could play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like example is like I usually when playing it keep the characters very far apart from each other, and that's my strategy. But I've seen so many people where like they'll like keep the characters super close and then just like bum rush enemies.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know you could be successful and do that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see how people play. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that during the launch streams yesterday a lot.
Yeah.
I think also just like in terms of how people interact, it's fun to watch because you get people who like one person will tell the other person what to do so they can coordinate, or like they'll both be talking to each other, and then some people are completely silent and just like coordinate somehow. I don't know. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah,
So I know,
kind of
like-
like. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know, like, from a technical point of view, my biggest fear on any project is we'll give out the binary and then it will crash on everybody's computer except ours.
Oh no.
Scary.
Nice. How about what's next for StarCrossed updates? Can we talk about any of that?
Yeah, so it's now out on Steam and itch.io for Mac and PC. We'll also be working on a Linux version, so we'll be updating with that. And then it'll also be coming to consoles, so we'll be out on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch in March, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, and then we will be at PAX East as part of the Mega Booth, which is really great. Honestly, it's like a dream of mine, and it feels very much like indie big leagues or whatever. So I'm very excited.
Made it.
We made it. Yeah, and the Mega Booth is also like a really great community and support group of developers. So I'm really grateful that we're going to be able to join that. We'll also be at GDC. I think not showing StarCrossed anywhere, but we will be there as Contigo will be around. I will be at MDev, which is a conference in Madison, Wisconsin. That's on Friday. So I'll be showing StarCrossed and also giving 2 talks, which is very exciting. Yeah, I think that's it in terms of like upcoming things. We are going to be working on some improvements to the current game that is already released. So if there are certain things, you can jump onto the Steam Community Hub and let us know if there's a particular like pain point or something you really enjoy. We are going to be taking that into consideration as we work on improvements. Yeah.
I really cannot wait for this to be on Switch in particular. I don't have the one with the controllers on the side. I might swap mine out for that, but just like bring that over to someplace. Oh, man.
Definitely. Yeah, I think.
we all,
yeah.
like, when the Switch came out, just like,
Right.
this is the perfect console for StarCrossed.
Yeah.
The controllers are even colored with like the 2 main characters.
Yeah, because our first characters we designed were Idol and Hero. So when the Switch came out and they showed like the colored Joy-Cons, we were like, "Holy crap! Did they know?"
Switch and like Steam Remote Play were just hanging in the wings.
Exactly. They made the
can't
Switch
wait
for
for us.
StarCrossed. Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, so it's been about 2 hours, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna wrap up the stream because we do have some other stuff we gotta go do. We gotta keep working on this. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This was super duper fun. StarCrossed Switch, in March.
Kyle yelling.
Oh, sorry.
March.
March.
It's in March. Yeah, really quick, I guess, like, yeah, we selected our favorite characters, so what are our favorite characters? We'll end on that question. Mine is Outlaw.
Wow.
Wow, somebody else tell me theirs.
I'll go.
I like the hero.
Okay.
The hero is mine.
Hero. I think I thought about it a lot. I think Idol is my favorite out of the group because I draw her so much. So I feel like
Yeah.
she's like my friend. But also, I think in terms of design, the twins are my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Oh, spoilers though. Y'all will have to buy the game and play it to see the twins.
Find the twins.
Yeah.
I think I really like the I mean, like, in terms of design, I think I like the scientist the most. But in terms of the main cast, I think the weapon is the one I jive with the most.
Nice.
I think they're
I'd
very
have to
special.
I'd have to say idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like when I was a kid and like my favorite color was orange, my favorite animal was raccoon, my favorite number 6. I can never change those things, and I've loved idol since the beginning. And she's got some orange on her, so.
I love it. Benny, did you say yours?
I did not. I think mine is Hero.
Hero also.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can
Yeah.
see them dabbing.
All the time. Yeah.
Hero's a very close second.
All right. Yeah, let's we'll end on that question. So again, thank you so much all for tuning in. I forgot how much I enjoy streaming. It's so much fun. Poor Princess. Princess is actually super popular with players. Yeah, when we announced the cast, people love her. Which is great. So yeah, I was really excited that we didn't design one specific character that is like everyone's favorite. Like there's people like different characters for different reasons, which I like a lot.
Yeah, that makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her confidence a lot and her hairdo.
Yes, that's very good. Yeah, but thank you so much. If you haven't checked out StarCrossed on Steam yet, there's a link below the stream. So please check it out. Oh, we have a follow. Lax, thank you so much for the follow. Super appreciate
Where's
it.
the dogs?
The dogs. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah,
There they
but StarCrossed released yesterday. We're super excited about it. We've been working on this game. Oh my god, we got a Dynamic Donut. Thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. More dogs. More dogs. Yeah, but please check it out if you like it, if you're interested in buying it. It is on sale right now, so we are doing a 10% off sale for our launch celebration week. And if you do end up buying it, reviews are really important for Steam visibility. So even if it's just like a sentence of being like, the idol is cute, that's fine. You can leave that.
Everybody give a Steam review for G for Granny.
G for Granny, please. Yeah, so it really helps us in terms of visibility, because like visibility on Steam is all about just like algorithms. So the more like interaction we get, the better it is. And this goes for all like indie games, obviously. Like be vocal and support the indie games that you like. It's really important. Oh Lord, my camera. Okay.
Determines our fate.
It determines our fate. It really does. So yeah, no pressure, but please leave a review. Okay. All right, we're gonna sign off for the night, but thank you all for tuning in. I had a ton of fun. I'm gonna host my friend Not So Speedruns, who was playing StarCrossed like 20 minutes ago, but unfortunately we missed it. Yeah, but go say hi. He's a really, really fun streamer, so we're gonna host him. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye everybody. We love you too.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.